Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss about the important groups of modern periodic table. So first of all we are going to discuss 1A group, that is known as group of alkali metals. Now this group has lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium elements in it. So let me discuss first of all physical properties of alkali metals. Alkali metals means they give alkalis when they react with water. And what is an alkali? Alkali is a water soluble base. We call alkali, what is alkali? This is a water soluble base. So when these metals they react with water, they give us a base. They give us a base that is completely soluble in water. So what are the physical property? First of all, physical state. They all are soft metals, whereas cesium is a liquid. So these soft metal, they are so soft that you can cut them with a knife. Now conductivity. They all are good conductors of heat and electricity. Density. They are solid, so that is why they are dense. Solid, so they are dense. But the density decreases when the mass increases. So down the group, when we move down from lithium to francium, the mass is going to increase as they are arranged according to the increasing order of their atomic masses as well as atomic number also. When the mass increases, the size increases. So when size increases, the density decreases. So lithium is the denser one and francium is the less denser as compared to lithium, sodium, potassium. So density decreases down a group. Melting point and boiling point. So melting point and boiling point also when we move down from lithium to francium. So that is why lithium has 1330 degrees Celsius whereas cesium has 690 degrees Celsius. Size. The size also increases. The size increases when we move down. Size increases. As atomic mass increases, the size increases. So chemical properties. Action of air. So when they are in air, they react with oxygen of air. So they form oxides. Sodium plus oxygen, it is sodium oxide. Or potassium plus oxygen, it is potassium oxide. With hydrogen, they form hydrides. So this is sodium plus hydrogen. We are going to have sodium hydride. Or potassium plus hydrogen, we have potassium hydride. With water. With water, they give alkalis. So sodium plus water, we have sodium hydroxide, alkali, plus they give hydrogen gas. Same way, when potassium react with water, we are going to have alkali, potassium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas comes out. So this is alkali, sodium hydroxide as well as potassium hydroxide. We call this soda, caustic soda, and this one is caustic potash. KOH is known as caustic potash. These are the common names of sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. So what is an alkali? Sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide, they are alkalis. They are completely soluble in water. With halogen. With halogens, they form halides. Halides. So what are halides? So sodium plus chlorine, we have sodium chloride. Potassium plus chlorine, we have potassium chloride. Lithium plus bromine, we have lithium bromide. So what are these? Potassium chloride, sodium chloride and lithium boride. So we call them halides. Halides, chlorine, bromine, iodine and fluorine, all of them they called halogens. So when halogens react with these alkali metals, we get halides, chloride, bromide, fluoride. The next group, second A group, group 2A, this group is alkaline earth metal. Now alkaline, what do we know by alkaline? Alkaline means basic. basic. So they have basic character. So when they react with water, they form base. But unlike alkali metals, these bases are not completely soluble. They are not completely soluble. They remain solids. So they are insoluble in water. So we have, first of all, physical state. Again, they are solid, but they are harder as compared to alkali metals. Alkali metals are soft metal. They are harder as compared. Conductivity, they are again good conductors of heat and electricity. Density, they are dense, but as compared to alkali metals, they are more dense. They are more dense, and like alkali metal, the density decreases as we move down. As we move down, we have in second A group, we have beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. So all these are solid, but radium is radioactive. The last radium is radioactive. That means when we move down in a group, the reactivity increases. So we have density, we have done, and then size. Size is smaller as compared to alkali metals. Alkali metals are the largest in size in their own period. For example, if the period is second period, lithium is the largest one. In third period, sodium is the largest one. In fourth period, potassium is the largest one. And they are smaller as compared to the alkali metals, but alkaline earth metals are smaller as compared to the alkali metals, but they are quite large in their period. Second last large in their period. Second one. So chemical properties. First of all, action of air. Same way, they react with oxygen in the air and they form oxides again. So calcium oxide. Then we have magnesium oxide. So they form oxide. With hydrogen, again they give us hydrides. So calcium plus hydrogen, we are going to get calcium hydride. Magnesium plus hydrogen, we are going to get magnesium hydride. With water, they give us bases. Calcium plus water, we are going to get calcium hydroxide plus hydrogen. Magnesium plus water, we are going to get magnesium hydroxide plus hydrogen. They give hydrogen. With halogens, again they form halides. So calcium plus chlorine, we are going to get calcium chloride. Magnesium plus bromine, we are going to get magnesium bromide. So they give us halides. Next important group is group 7A. Group 7A, and we call these elements, all the elements, halogens. So we have fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Now, they all are colored gas. Fluorine is a yellow gas. Chlorine is yellowish green gas. Bromine is a liquid, that is reddish brown, and iodine is a solid, that is purple. What are the physical state? Physical state, they all are diatomic. So F2, Cl2, Br2 and I2. So they diatomic, they are molecular in nature. Conductivity, all the non-metals, so especially halogens, they are bad conductors. They all are bad conductors of heat and electricity. Then melting point and boiling point. So the melting point, boiling point increases with the increasing in atomic number, unlike alkali metals. In alkali metals, the melting point and boiling point decreases with the increasing in atomic number, but halogens ka, it increases with the increase in atomic number. Because the first two halogens are gases with low melting point and boiling point, then the liquid comparatively high, and then solid, that one is the highest melting point and boiling point of iodine. So solids have high melting point and boiling point as compared to liquids and gases. Then the chemical properties. So reactivity, first of all, smaller the atom, greater the reactivity. So fluorine, the size increases down a group. All of us we know. So fluorine is the maximum reactive and iodine is the least reactive. So reactivity decreases as we move down. Smaller the element, greater will be the, smaller the atom, greater will be the reactivity. Now they have oxidizing property. What do we understand by oxidizing property? Now this is sodium. That what is oxidation? Losing of electrons by an atom, we call it oxidation. So sodium has oxidizing, so oxidation, and when the atom gain electron, we are having reducing properties. That atom have reducing properties. Now this chlorine atom, it is accepting electron from the other atom. So that means it helps it to oxidize. Sodium is going to be oxidized, but help किसने किया? Chlorine. Chlorine help it to get oxidized. So all these halogens, they have oxidizing properties. They help the other metal, other elements, other metals, other elements to get oxidation, get oxidized by accepting electrons from them. Acid formation. So with hydrogen, they give us gases. So for example, hydrogen plus chlorine is equal to HCl, hydrogen chloride gas. When we dissolve this gas in water, we are going to get hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. Same way, when hydrogen react with bromine, we are going to have hydrogen bromide that dissolve in water to get hydrobromic acid. Same way, we have hydrofluoric acid and hydroiodic acids. So they help us in acid formation. Now next is ionic compound formation. So as they accept electron, so with metals, they produce ionic compounds. For example, sodium loses electron to chlorine, it gives us sodium chloride. So this one is a ionic compound. Or calcium, that has 2 electron to lose, so it react with 2 chlorine and we are going to get a ionic compound, calcium chloride. So they help in ionic compound formation with metals. Covalent compound formation. With the non-metals, they produce covalent compounds. For example, with hydrogen. So this hydrogen loses electron to chlorine, shares electron with chlorine, 1 electron. They are going to share. So in this way, we are going to get a covalent compound, that is HCl, hydrogen chloride. With nitrogen, as nitrogen has 5 electron in the outermost shell, so it share its 3 electron with hydrogen, with chlorine, because we are doing halogens. So 3 electrons with chlorine, and in this way we get a compound, that is NCl3. That is a covalent compound. So with metals, they give ionic compound, and with non-metals, they produce covalent compounds. And last important group is zero group, or we call it noble gases, group of noble gases or inert gases. So this group is group 8. So the atoms of these elements, they have completely filled last shell, that means having 8 electron in the outermost shell. Say they do not react, and we call them inert gases. For example, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. So first of all, the property, they are noble gases, known as noble gases, as they do not react. So they do not react under ordinary conditions, but under special condition they form coordinate bond. What do we understand by coordinate? They show both kind of bonding, covalent bonding as well as ionic bonding. We call it co-ionic bonding also, or coordinate bond. In this way they react. As we know ki reactivity increases down a group, so that is why the elements, the noble elements which are present down in the group, they show some reactivity. So we have xenon fluoride, we have xenon oxide fluoride, or we have xenon oxide, और krypton के साथ we have krypton fluoride, but these are unstable compounds or short-lived compounds. So these are the 4 important groups of periodic table. The first is alkali metal, then alkaline earth metal, then halogen group, and then noble gases group. This is all from your chapter periodic table. Thank you.